Everything that you need to know in order to get what you want out of life is already in you. All you have to do is use what you already got in a different way. Through society, whether the way that you were raised, your subconscious programming, we have been wired incorrectly, unfortunately. Regardless of what your traumas are, what you've been through, we all have things that we need to work on. You can use all of these things to your advantage. As long as you change your perspective on what you're experiencing, what you are experiencing will change. In today's video, we're going to be talking about using your emotions and the things that come up in your reality, your triggers, to help you and not harm you. Use your emotions to realize what needs healing within you and reprogram your subconscious mind and change your freaking life. So if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, please stay tuned. It took a very long time for me to understand what my emotions, exactly what I was feeling, 2, how to regulate my emotions, and 3, what your emotions are telling you. I just want to say this. It is completely normal to feel a range of emotions, especially if you're going through things. You know what I mean? Like, people love to do like the fake positivity. People love to fake it till they make it, but there's going to be a point in time where you're going to have to face the reality of what you truly are experiencing, or else you're going to keep perpetuating the same cycle of going through the same circumstances that produce the same emotion until you bring awareness to it and you acknowledge the fact that you are actually feeling something that is trying to tell you something. Your feelings are trying to let you know what areas you need healing. Let's say if I'm dating somebody and I don't hear from them for a whole day, like they don't call me, they don't text me, and I get upset. So you're feeling angry, you're feeling upset, you're feeling jaded, you're feeling hurt. But what is that trying to tell you? That is telling you that there's an area in yourself that needs healing, and that area is in abandonment. You can watch all the Neville Goddard content, you can watch all the Abraham Hicks content, you could TikToks, the Instagram posts, but until you start to actually put these things into practice, it's going in one ear and out the other. That's what I realized. It's like, yes, I had all of this knowledge, however, I wasn't putting it to use. So that's why I was still experiencing the same thing, because you didn't heal the wounds. Your emotions are going to show you what wounds need healing, and once you heal those wounds, you'll no longer feel those emotions. So this is what I do, right? 1, you have to expose yourself to things that may trigger you. That's what the universe is going to do. If you say, okay, universe, I'm ready to date now, the universe is going to bring you somebody who is going to trigger you emotionally. Why? Because it's a test to see exactly how healed you are. The universe is so funny that way. That's why you really got to pay attention, and you got to slow it down. You got to slow it down, and you got to be patient and kind with yourself, because this healing journey is just that, a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to do the work, but it doesn't have to be stressful. It's actually really fun. So Joseph Rodrigues talks about a lighthearted approach to being observant to your awareness. You have to become self-reflective, and you have to be able to look at your thoughts without attaching your worth to them, and allow yourself to figure out what and why you are experiencing these feelings. Or let's say if the guy that you're dating or whatever has a lot of female friends and he's super friendly, and you're seeing it as a problem or a threat, and it makes you uncomfortable, ask yourself, why does this make me uncomfortable? Because water can't get in the boat unless you let it inside. Things can't bother you unless you let them. So you have to pay attention to yourself. That's your awareness saying, hey, you're being triggered by this. You're being triggered by this. What is this trying to show you? What that is trying to show you is that you need to work on your self-confidence and your self-concept. Because working on your self-concept and doing self-concept work, your confidence, none of that matters. Nothing matters. Nobody is a threat. Nobody can take what's yours. These are facts. But the thing is, with our emotions, and like when you're on the journey of realizing this, of self actualization and realization, and realizing like, hey, like, I actually have more control over my emotions than I thought. It's going to be a little bit difficult at first, I'm not going to lie. But you got this. If I can do it, honey, I'm a Libra. I'm so emotional. I'm so sensitive. I'm a big ball of emotion and love, and I'm super sappy. And that's why I had to set clear boundaries. But before coming to this realization, I had no clue. I just thought that every guy sucked and I just had terrible taste in men, but that's not true. As I worked on my self-concept and I raised my vibration in terms of what I know that I deserve, I started to attract more loving situations where I actually was treated well. Had I not become aware of my emotions and what they were really trying to tell me, I would have never been able to regulate them and understand what they were telling me. Our emotions aren't just there just cuz. There's always a cause and effect. If this thing happens and you feel a way about it, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? So another way that I practice this is I just pay very close attention to my thoughts and my energy and what I'm feeling when I'm around certain people. I was talking to this guy and I was doing something on his phone and a girl texted him. And immediately I realized that there was something that popped up. It was kind of like a like an alert in my brain, like, what is this? You know what I mean? But then I realized, like, wait, it doesn't matter who this is because I'm me, and that's just that, honey. We are already perfect. There is nothing outside of us that can add or take away from our value. You want to manifest the life of your dreams. You have a specific person that you want to manifest back, or that you want to act differently or treat you better. You know what you do? You reprogram your subconscious mind. Because if you are truly somebody whose self-concept is on point and you've reprogrammed your minds and you show up every day as your ideal self, you don't accept anything but the best. And as you're starting this work, right, every single method, whether it be the 777 manifestation method or, writing things down a million times, it's all trying to get you to think from the end, to show up every day as you already having what you desire. Start there. And if you don't know where to start, use your triggers to show you where to start. Because if you are secure in a specific area of your life, that's because your self-concept in that area of life is on point. So let's say you have a job and you're very confident at your job. You know you do your job well. You're not sitting here doubting if you're going to do anything right or wrong, because you already know that when you show up, you show out, and you do what you got to do, and it gets done right every time. So just take that perspective and apply it to whatever other area of life you're trying to change things. If you are in a situation with a specific person, whether it be a third party, or they're just not acting right, they're not behaving how you'd like them to behave, they're not showing up right now as consistent as you want them to show up, baby, work on your self-concept. Everything that you desire is already yours. There's a reality that you already have it. But the only reason that you're not jumping into that reality is because you have some type of resistance. That resistance shows up in your emotions and your daily triggers. So if you heal those triggers and you change your subconscious thinking towards these things, you manifest your life quicker. You get to the end quicker. So how you do this? You live in the end. You change your self-concept. You show up as that person. Your intuition will guide you through intuitive nudges on what to do, what to say, and how to act. You can make no mistakes. It's already yours. So if that is the case, then what's showing up in your 3D reality is a result of your past programming. Change your programming, you change your life. Period. So here are some strategies to using your emotions to your advantage in order to step into your higher self and, not react so much in the 3D, because none of this really matters. Be aware. Bring your awareness to what you're feeling. So if you see something in your 3D that you're not happy about, literally, just say, this does not matter because I already have what I desire and it's done. Literally. You have to control the way that you think about these things, because what you truly think subconsciously is what is going to keep showing up. change that. Consider the story that you're telling yourself. What meaning are you assigning to what you're seeing in the 3D? If something happens and you're like, oh my gosh, this means that I'm not going to get what I desire. Oh my gosh, that means I messed up my manifestation because this person isn't doing this, or I don't have this yet. Be very cognizant of the type of thoughts that you're assigning to what you're experiencing. Give yourself more credit. Don't judge yourself for feeling emotions. Honey, we're human. This is what happens. We're on a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. Be kind to yourself and observe yourself and your emotions lightheartedly. Laugh at yourself. Like, ha 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 ha, I cannot believe I'm allowing this to trigger me. But guess what? I noticed that I was becoming triggered and I stopped it and I thought, wait, we don't react to this anymore because we've changed our self-concept. Because you're literally reprogramming your mind. So it's going to take a little bit of time before it's automatic. You know, like with anything, it's kind of like muscle memory. You're basically creating new pathways in your brain so that you can start thinking differently. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but be kind to yourself and be patient because it does work. I do plan on doing a more in-depth video about this, so if you have any specific questions, please leave them down in the comment section below so I can make sure that I get to them. This right here, we're literally in a simulation. Like, life is just a game, and we take it very seriously when we really don't have to. So all you have to do is think about it in a perspective that makes it fun for yourself, and you'll start having fun. It's like with self-concept work, right? It's like a wardrobe. You have different styles of clothing that you can try on, different realities that you can experience just by thinking from that reality. I love doing this, and I love how I feel when I share my wisdom and when I talk about the things that go on in this beautiful brain of mine. But I was realizing that I was editing videos and working really hard at them and then posting them and not getting views and being really upset by it. Why? Because I was actually seeking validation through likes and numbers. And by me not seeing that, I was attaching my worth and identifying with that. However, I say, I'm great at this. I'm successful at YouTube. I can do this. I am good enough. I'm more than good enough. My tribe will find me. All I have to do is show up every day and be the person that is inspired by the mind's eye's vision of me being a successful YouTuber. So that is what led me to grabbing this camera and recording this video. I literally don't have any notes. This is all flowing from my consciousness, but that's how you know you're in your flow state. You're just doing, you're just being. And even if you do get triggered, when I was saying triggered, I mean like 2 days ago. I was literally crying because I uploaded a video and it didn't get a lot of views, and none of my videos ever really do. But that does not mean that it's not possible. It's just in the 3D reality right now. It has not manifested because I haven't been properly stepping into that version of myself. But I worked on my self-concept. I listened to some affirmation tapes. I can put some in the description box below, like my favorites. Every day I wake up and I say, what would my higher self do? If I was this version of myself, what would she do? And don't be so quick to react, and just pay a little bit more attention to your emotions and treat yourself like somebody you love. Until next time, my babes.